Everybody, Thomas here, and I did something I've actually never done before, and it's kind of irritating, but it is what it is. All this black walnut you see in front of you, I shot the video over the past week or so. Great black walnut video. We went over all these different slabs here and everything that I'm making for my wife. This is a tree that came out of Missouri, and we're gonna make shelving and stuff like that for my wife, and this, that, and the other. So long story short, I did all this, filmed it and everything, did editing all day yesterday and everything, had about a 30-minute long video on the making of this black walnut log into shelvings, a couple slabs and everything, some mantles, and some other small pieces here. Spent all day editing it. Then I thought I had it uploaded to YouTube, but I was just gonna release it at a later date. Apparently not. Apparently I deleted it before I uploaded, or maybe I uploaded, I don't know, something went wrong. I'm like, well, son of a gun. That is unfortunately how it goes sometimes. But just so you know, this was a really good video. There's a lot of beautiful black walnut here. Got some beautiful mantles. These mantles here that I made are 4 inches by about 7.5, I believe is what they were. And they're just over 5 foot long, just about 5.5 foot long. So yeah, that was kind of irritating. Would have been a great video. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you some of the things I've been working on here recently and kind of give you an update. So as you all know, or you've seen the channel and everything, we actually put the property up for sale. And we have very little out here. I did fix my, I did add on my fence. So you see I did the boards over there. I did the same thing on the boards on this side, and then went back and used the torch to torch them up. It looked pretty nice. Over here, we have a couple of pine logs, which I'll probably not even get to. These might turn into a bonfire. And there's 2 cypress logs, which I will definitely get those out. I've got a couple live oak logs over there. May or may not get to those. Might hand those off to someone else, or again, put them into fire. A few pecan logs, a few very small black walnut logs, and stuff like that. This right here is, these are some beams. These beams right here are 6x10 beams. This is going to a custom made home down here on the Gulf Coast. These are poplar, and we made some a couple months ago where my dad and I cut some that were 25 foot, and absolutely beautiful, stunning. Like, these are exposed beams in the house. Very excited how these turned out, and I think these are going to look great too. So I'm just aging them here in the sun a little bit so they get some, darkening to them. But I think these are going to look absolutely great. So yeah, there's that. I also have some interesting pieces I got to work on over there. Want to open it up, Tommy? So we're going to go into the shop real quick, and I'll show you the mantle that I was working on last night. This mantle last night is a beautiful black walnut mantle. Now, when I was initially working on this, I'd finished the other side, and then I turned it around and saw this side. I'm like, oh my goodness, I cannot pass up this section. This section right here is absolutely beautiful. You almost have like a bird's eye effect here. You got a lot of figure and curl. It's just beautiful. This mantle right here, if you were at the sawmill show, you would have seen this as well. This was a little bit longer. As you can see, I had to cut off almost a foot section of this. And I did, like I said, I finished up both sides, but I think the customer's gonna be a little bit happier with this side just because of that figured section down there. But the size of this is 5 inches thick by an average width of 12 inches wide, and it's 7 foot 6 inches long. Absolutely beautiful piece. I just applied the second coat of Howard's Feed and Wax to it, and it's looking really great. I mean, that's a good looking mantle. Either way, if they finish top, or if they have it where it's top or bottom, the top part is finished up too. It just doesn't look as striking, in my opinion, because it doesn't have this. This is what sells it for me. This is absolutely beautiful. And then, now the front face doesn't have a lot of color to it. There's a little bit of staining on the top and bottom, but that's fine. It's the top part, but yeah, it just looks amazing. Another mantle that I did a while back was this one right here. and it actually is mostly heartwood. There's a little bit of sapwood there at the top and everything, but that one there I had to do the power carver and carve that out. As you can see, my wood pile is pretty minimal. This is about what I have. I have just these few pieces, and then I do have a few around the sawmill, but there's, what, 20 something pieces here left. We had a huge wood sale. The wood sale, we probably had close to 100 people out here, and we sold a lot of wood. We sold a lot of wood. And then the weekend before, we had our sawmill show, where that was anywhere between a neighborhood of 250 to 300 people throughout the day. It was pretty awesome, and we sold quite a bit of wood there too. But I have a few projects that's going to keep me busy for the last month or so we're here, and then if not, I'll just take some of these up to Mr. Roberts' place and I'll finish them up there, because I'm going to stay in the area for a little bit longer before we head up to Wisconsin. Now my wife and kids are going to be heading up to our place up in Tennessee, but yeah, this shop, I got all my Black Walnut moved out from there. Not Black Walnut, mahogany. So I had a buddy of mine, I was storing some of his mahogany, everything up there, get it all moved out. So everything's cleaned out up there, with the exception I've got a couple boxes in the back corner. But we're gonna have the kids come out here and do a sleepover or something like that. As you can see with the AC running, it says it's 73 in here. It is a chilly 73 in here. So yeah, there's that. Oh, I did do my door. So I found this handle when I was up in Tennessee. So went ahead and got that. Works a lot better. The door is tight. That's what you want though. You want a good tight door. So whenever you close it, you know, all your air gaps are pretty much closed up. All air gaps are closed on that side. Actually, I have some insulation. On this side, I cheated and I put this oak piece right here. There is a little bit of gap there. I could feel a little bit coming out. And what I really could do is I could put a piece of weather stripping on the back side of this. That'll probably be what I'll do. That sounds like a good idea. But yeah, we've had a good time. We had a really good time here. I'm really upset about the Black Walnut video. I think y'all would have liked that. But today, we're gonna take the kids, since we have to be kind of out of the house and everything. We've got people coming and going and looking at the house and everything. We're gonna go down to the river. I'll do a separate video on that. This is just an update video and everything, but I'll do a separate video on us down by the river, the Escatawba River. I'm gonna go out with Neil and his family there and just have a grand old time. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and last year we just couldn't do it with all the rain we had. So, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Please like, subscribe. Just a Saturday morning update, and we'll see you around. Thanks.